Hey, well, welcome back.
Welcome back. We've returned with more segments of Phoenix Wright and his terrible professional choices.
Let me move that over a little bit so you can actually see the bar.
Yeah.
Can you see that okay?
Uh-huh. I can see it.
I probably should have asked beforehand, but okay. Okay, this is it. Judgment Day.
So we have a bullet and a missing confession. What got stolen again?
All of the... We exchanged the letter from... we exchanged the note that, Yogi had for the DL6 bullet. That's basically all of our evidence.
I'm still upset about that.
We still have some things that we have not...
I might not sound angry, but I'm actually intensely angry about that.
The only things that we really have left to submit is, the metal detector, the parrot, and the DL6 items. So, most likely what we're gonna do is immediately jump to the DL6.
Can I see the bullet again? Does it have any sign of being crushed?
Still bears clear ballistic markings. Yeah. No?
Okay, that means it didn't impact metal. But depending on how deformed it is. Because that's the one thing I regret that we don't have, especially this early on in the game. We can't take a close look at all the evidence, and they're not giving us information.
Yeah, we didn't hit the DS era of these games yet. Because that is honestly the best part about the DS games, was the idea of just like, here's the item, and you start rotating it in your hand. It's like, oh yeah.
But it still wouldn't tell you all the information even if you could.
What's the big idea?
I'm sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. How can you still be electrified?
Sorry, I'm a human electric eel now. I hope you're okay with that.
Can we use her to tase the bailiff if anything happens?
No, if anything, she's gonna be quarantined until the next game.
Where she'll be under arrest, probably, for half of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because knowing Maya's luck, she'll just get arrested again. Because that girl can't stay out of prison. Hey, anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Andrews is looking glum as always.
Yeah, I bet he's had a talk with some of the prosecution.
Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard.
It's Von Karma.
Ah! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Just don't touch anything. Why are you still electrified?
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Maybe touch a couple of metal pipes or something.
Phoenix,
right,
I'm
idea.
stuck to this wall.
You laugh, but that would be a plot that one of these games would do to get her out of a scene.
Try not to electrocute you on your way, anyone on your way out.
Wow, pal!
Oh, pal. Well, what's gone into that girl?
Electricity, clearly.
Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edworth. Oh, yeah, good morning. How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured your runaway caretaker.
Yes!
Just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe.
We actually found him. Why didn't he flee the country?
Because it's supposed to be California. No one leaves California.
Even those who try to leave
It's a lovely place. Yeah, Hotel California.
You can check in anytime you like, but you can never ever leave.
Hotel California, located in California, Texas, apparently. I'm being serious. It's a place in Texas.
I know.
The hotel, not the actual place. Wow, you must be tired. Actually, after that shock, I got on the way in. I felt pretty good. Yogi says
reset his heart.
Yogi said he'd forgotten his own name.
I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I have to prove it.
And we don't have any extra days to stall.
Yeah.
But I wonder who's going to jump into this case.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We've reached the final day in our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed by sounds by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Carver, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer.
He must have been super pissed about that.
Oh no, we don't have someone. Okay, guilty. I was like, what? Because, you know, there's no presumption of innocence in this court. You have to make a case for why they're guilty. Even if you had already cleared him of being guilty, on being innocent. I still call him guilty because I wasn't paying attention.
It's not enough to prove our defendant's innocence. We have to prove that somebody else killed him.
Yeah. Okay.
That's miserable.
However, the caretaker has yet to confirm any of this.
Why would he? Karma, you're supposed to be super intelligent. Did you just bluff your way through every single court case?
No, he badgered the defense attorney until he won. That is literally how he won every case.
So
he's been doing this for so long.
He just a terrible person. He's a liar and a cheater on top of everything else.
Well, yeah. You would expect as much. I would ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please be the witness to the courtroom.
Can Maya just jolt him?
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop at the lake where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost his memory of his name and identity.
Don't lie to me.
Witness? Why did you run away yesterday? Witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see.
Yeah, he was.
Very well, please begin your testimony.
He ran away under your orders on top of everything else.
Huh? Okay. Really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did. I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, you see. Figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motives things, right? And I don't got one of those. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Bearable.
Guilty.
Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? I still don't know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi and I'm gonna prove it. Okay.
Save.
So, my only conclusion is that we, on motive, we would need to present the DL6 case. But,
But we need to get there.
yeah. I'd call what you did running away, not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony yesterday and you will realize you were in danger.
I want karma.
Now, Mr. Wright, there's no reason to rush to conclusions.
That's all you've been doing this whole case trial, Karma.
As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. Man, he sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it not hard for you to just listen quietly when someone else is talking? If I sat quietly, Edward would be guilty in 3 minutes. Food? Well, yeah, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France.
I don't believe that for a second. Have you seen that bird?
They have them in the big pet shop downtown. Weren't you arrested this morning? Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack?
To feed your bird.
Well, kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Karma. No one believes that. I see. He was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses.
I don't think he ever will.
You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory,
That is something easy to lie about if you're trained enough.
You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory who he is.
Do we present Polly?
If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head?
Polly!
That's impossible.
Polly!
Glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please do not make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his testimony, otherwise it's going to be the same thing over and over again until this trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with our current case?
Yes!
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he had nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both these statements are lies. Order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he? Don't play Von Karma.
Don't play
Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell this witness's name.
Gregory. He dead,
is
sir.
Clearly the murdered person.
From 20 years ago. I've come to save you, son, father!
He removes the mask and it's like, yes, it was me the whole time, as he slowly puts the glasses back on.
Miles Edgeworth. It's like, I'm surprised that they didn't give Miles Edgeworth as one of the options in that.
Good going, Right. You figured me out. I accused myself of murder.
And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you pesky defense attorneys and your parrot.
His name is Yanni Yogi, former court bailiff. Yogi? Now that name seems familiar.
Where were you yesterday?
Oh, Yanni Yogi from the Deal 6 incident. I figures the judge would have heard about it. It was such a famous case.
Didn't we also
No, it's because he was the judge there, because there's only one judge in this entire city.
It's like,
No, I'm kidding, there's two. The other one's Canadian.
The smaller list is the amount of people who weren't involved somehow.
Oh, you caught that, right? There's only 2 judges in the city. One is this judge, and the other one is his brother, who's Canadian.
So he's Fraser from Far From Sun.
No, he literally just sits there and goes, "Oh, that's a weird conclusion, eh?" And I was like, he's like incredibly skeptical about everything. I was like, I don't know about that. You have to give me like 2 more pieces of proof. And it's like, oh, come on. What does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof.
You didn't need proof 3 days ago.
And then need proof to accuse.
Because you don't.
And allow me to repeat once more. The witness has lost his
Do
memory.
we pull out Polly?
Okay, this is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you possibly prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
Oh,
It's
hey,
not
you're
like
back,
we
Maya.
have evidence.
Ah,
or
you're shocking me.
something. She went and discharged on the nearest metallic pole.
Actually, it's quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense.
That will take several days, though.
Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. What? The witness has no fingerprints. I made sure of it. Don't ask me why.
I held him down and burned them off with the highest quality acid I could find. But even then, they would grow back.
Yeah,
Fingerprints grow back.
it's one of the things that is actually, like, the biggest criticism about this game. We didn't actually know at the time that fingerprints will grow back. Because for
After
some reason...
7 years, right?
Yeah, after about 7 years, your fingerprints will actually grow back over old scars. It is the weirdest thing.
It's almost like their identification for the body itself and not just the person.
Yeah.
Which is super weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. There's like
That
a
even
weird
twins
innocuous...
don't have the same fingerprints.
Yeah. Yeah. As you see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I
weren't
burned my fingers
sweet.
working at the stuff. Dude, you would... Okay, to completely remove your fingerprints, you need to go so far down that you're actually, like,
You had to hold
destroying
them.
muscle.
Yeah, you had to someone had to hold your hands down, or you had to force your hands down.
Yeah, but it has been known that, like, the top layer of skin for people that work in chemical plants just never grow back because of how many chemicals they're actually dealing with, which is why...
But that's prolonged exposure.
Yeah, but you can't just, like, work at a chemical plant once and say, like, oh no, I burnt my hand.
Which is probably what happened, is that he worked at a chemical plant for a couple weeks until he could erase his fingerprints.
Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. The witness has no fingerprints. I guess we won't be able to prove his identity. I'm gonna just, take the assumption from the prosecutor and not actually check. No. Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright? It seems that this case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it.
We can. Show him the bird.
But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who could testify as to who this witness is. No one. Oh, what are we gonna do? No, I didn't even consider that he may have erased his fingerprints.
Maybe
What do I
because
do?
Phoenix is a sane person who would never do that.
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you would like to cross-examine his parrot for comedic relief.
Or for evidence.
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore loser. Sore winner. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot.
But what is it, Nick? Have you finally put 2 and 2 together?
No.
No, you're not going to. It's not like this is our only hope.
Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karm's up on his proposal. Take him up on his proposal? On my proposal?
Well, I refuse. I'm not marrying you.
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. The funniest thing that has ever happened in a Phoenix Wright case, and is so famous that you, as a person who had never heard of this game, has
I'd
heard
seen
about
art
this moment.
of the parrot. It's like, it was like phrased as like the, hey Spencer, what have you got there? A smoothie. And it's like, Phoenix, what do you have there? A witness. It was just so
Oh, yeah, with
crazy.
this ostrich, yeah. Okay,
It's
so
so
the three
ridiculous.
funniest things, like, combined together
But
in
once you
one
get to
image
this point, you
is,
like throw the parrot up there as like a first response.
is, it's Phoenix Wright with the toupee, like, on his face from the beginning of this game, with the coffee cup sprayed on top of him, with the parrot sitting on his shoulder as the hummingbird is pecking out one of his eyes. And it's just like, man, I hate Court. I'm just like, yeah, those are all the funniest moments that has ever happened to him in trial. Yep.
Yeah, that's about right.
Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Farquhar, huh? Need to ask? This is a farce. I object. No, I object to your objection. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma.
Don't let me cross-examine.
I have a right to do as you suggested. He just starts angrily vibrating so hard, he just starts burrowing into the ground.
You know that Miles has to be off to the side with his head in his hand, just rocking himself back and forth and up and down. It's like, this will be my legacy. For the rest of my days, people will know I was defended by a parrot.
The comedic thing that this OCD old man who needs to have a perfect trial and will do anything to get that.
Is now
And
being
this is the most weirdest, unpredictable case
because
in the
Phoenix
entire
Wright
series.
is next to him.
Yeah, he just so happens to be associated with the most weird and outlandish case in the entire series. Besides the one in which the witness publicly on the stand blackmails both the defense and the prosecution and says,
And then
if anything
Miles.
if anything progresses any further, I'm gonna kill the judge. And the judge goes, what? What?
Oh, was that the one with the gun?
No. It is actually a funny
It's
case.
a different one?
Yeah, the guy is just sitting there just laughing, going, I could have every single person here killed or fired. Who knows? I guess this court is over, and I call myself innocent. And it's like, and everyone goes, that's not how this works, dude.
You
it's
could
like,
kill
well,
the
are you
judge
gonna
and
progress? Let's actually see what happens if we do. And he's like, dang it. They saw through my bluff.
Because if he kills the judge, they'll just have to bring in a new judge.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest.
It's the...
Of course, should you go through with this, nothing comes of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy. But it just might work.
Well, someone to go through with this little game?
No,
Well, yeah.
maybe not. And then have Miles declared guilty.
Phoenix
Let the
is sitting...
parrot take the stand.
Yeah, Phoenix is sitting there as like the Jeopardy music starts playing as it zooms in. He goes, I'll let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. It is her legal right as a citizen of America.
of this grand traditional country of California. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Congratulations.
Lauren Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence except the parrot.
Because we kidnapped her on day one and have been walking around town with the parrot.
I tried giving her these pellets, but I couldn't find her. As like Phoenix is like, yeah, it's a shame. As he's like sliding the parrot further into his pocket.
Where he's also stored a bullet, a microphone, and a metal detector. And several pictures. Aw, look at that sweet angel.
That is quite the bird. And we will talk to this bird in the next episode. See you guys then.
See you guys, bye.
Bye.